Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg, and I'm actually going to go over a coin user request of Ren and give you my thoughts on that coin. What's be going on with it? But at first, I'll look at Bitcoin, guys, here on the weekly chart. And the weekly doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. You want to protect yourself from potential downside risk. If you take a look at the 2018 bear or coming out of the 2018 bear, did a wave, and you can see right in here the indecision in the candles in there, for a period of 60 days, just small those candle bodies. You look at the candle bodies on the weekly, and then it had look at that spike up, kind of like what's going on over here, isn't it? And you look at the 3-day chart. I am going to go over Ren, guys. I will get to it in just a second. Look at that. Almost over there, and then come out and back over to this area. A little bit, kind of, I wouldn't say it's the same, but I'm not too concerned with it, guys. Here's the reason why. It's because the bears and all the YouTubers with 500,000 followers on there don't go to charts like this to get an idea about Bitcoin. Now, is this done? GBTC or Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Those are followers to my channel. Followers, new followers, I do appreciate you. This right here, if this goes up, Bitcoin goes up. If this goes down, Bitcoin goes down. And I'm not sure if it's done there, but this one right here, it's either getting ready to do another drop, little bit of a drop, and get out of there. So here it is on the weekly chart. You see it's coming down, could come down a little bit more, and it's going to have some bullish divergence to get ready to get out of there, okay? So I'm not too concerned with it yet. Just pay attention. This is your Bitcoin cheat sheet chart that nobody just seems, the answer is pretty much in front of everybody's faces right there. You just have to go search around into the market. So I'm going to go over a coin called Ren. And it's actually, it's not looking that bad, it's on the major exchanges and stuff like that. Looks like it has all its supply out according to CoinGecko. And it has a fair amount of Twitter followers. Looks like it's been around for a while. I joined 2018. I'm going to go over the fundamentals. I'm going to show you guys something though, right? So here's what I did. I said, okay, I'm going to look at this in a bearish way. Let's look at this in a bearish way. I'm going to try to make this on the charts. I'm going to go, let's make this bearish. Okay. Here's one thing I wanted to show you guys. You see that chart? You see that chart right there? Take a look at that chart. I'm going to show you something else. Pay attention to this. I'm going to show you something. Look at this. GBTC chart. You see that chart? Look at that. And go back over here. You see Ren's chart? Interesting, isn't it? Pretty interesting. You see how it all comes together usually if you go through all the other assets. Look at that. Just the same way. Look, same little pattern. Okay. So what I did with the Ren chart is I said, okay, let me make it bearish. What's the worst case scenario on Ren here to make this bearish? And the only thing I really could come up with, guys, is that it's not done there and it's going to come back down here. And more or less, it could have another from that area be like 40% or where it is right now. Let me do it from where it is right now and have another 40% drop. Okay, more or less, or 50% down to here. And it doesn't seem like it's doing that right now because on the 3-day chart from that wave to this wave you do have some bullish divergence. Did it pop up onto a corrective wave? It could have but looking at the other part of the chart, and it came down here and tagged right there. So I was like, okay, where did that land? Why is that significant? You come right over here and you go boom, right underneath that wave, right on top of that wave. This could be a wick, bottom of that wave, right there. And you see, look, right on top of that wave. It's quite a bit of support all the way through here from April of 18 to January, all the way over to March of 20, right all the way over here, and it landed right there. Okay? And it's got up on a wave and back down. Now, this first chart gives you a clue what's going on right here in the RSI, this wave right here. You see, that's the highest peak. You come out here, let's go to the weekly. That's the highest peak on the RSI right there. telling you that it was going to make an unconventional structure or probably a diagonal. So boom, came back around here. You can see it in the RSI and back up onto this wave. So what was that date? Let's see, February 19 and blasted up to July 19. 6 months, came back around. March of 20, I'm sure this December 19. Okay, December 19, and then made this correction. That's a second wave correction, March of 20, and then it was able to go up, and now it's been in a correction for, let's see, since February of 21, and it's over here, 483 days. 483 days, and then how long was that wave? 427 days. So the probabilities of this coming up to be finished with something over here, this wave to this wave is good. Now you see the pattern too. You see the pattern, up on a wave, 3-wave correction, up on a wave, 3-wave correction. The 4th wave over here, more likely this is a 4th wave, is much, much bigger than the 2nd wave. So blast up, back down, a little bit more of a blast back over here, and it's going to more than likely do one over here, in my opinion. But is it ready? Is it ready over here? So let's check that out and see what's going on with Ren in that area. So I'm going to go into a daily chart real quick, take a look at that. I was looking at it, and you know, this is putting off the characteristics of a impulsive move off the bottom. One of the things you can see is this correction right here came pretty deep. You see, pretty deep on this daily chart to be able to move that off right here. And this wick is telling you, at least is telling me, that you're looking more than likely at an impulsive move here with a 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5. Just like so. Okay, so you see your 3rd wave. Here's your 1st wave, back down. Here's your 3rd wave, your 4th, and then your 5th. And that's typical of those types of moves. And it came down nice and fairly deep. Fairly deep. You go all the way to the top of that wick, and you can see it hit 786 on the nose on logarithmic. Come back down to the candle bodies, just beyond 618 and 786 off of logarithmic. So it depends on where you want to use it. Just be consistent when you do your fib levels. I check both, and it's looking like it's pretty good. So, and I come back over here. So here's your line in the sand for this coin, guys. 8 cents, 8 cents. You know, if this breaches 8 cents, you know, then you know something else is going on with it. But let me go to a 12-hour chart now as I look at this wave. And, you know, that right there, guys, is giving off the telltale signs that it's probably going to start running maybe a little bit. You could wait for a correction on this thing right here, but you see right here in this wave, so that's good. It came down a little bit, and it's off. So it's probably in some type of 3rd wave, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it might come up to like these areas, and then get up, correction, and you want to see where it's going to correct to right here. This right here, this is the area you want to pay attention to in this coin right here. This area right here. See what it's going to do, see if it stays bullish or if it gives you bearish signals to this point. So far from here to here, it's bullish. Up on a wave, correction's deep enough. Now it's going up here, and you want to see where it's going to correct here. It's still going to go, it looks like. It's still going to go a little bit. So you want to see the correction here and pay attention to that area if you want to get involved into this coin. Okay? So, you know, you take your thing wherever it ends up. You know, it could come all the way back down, say 786, back down to like 10 cents. It might get up to 13 cents and back down to 10 cents. Okay. And then you want to take a look at that, keep track of that wave pattern that it's doing. So far, so good for Ren in this area. So far, so good. Okay. It looks pretty decent. And go back out to the overall picture and just think, okay, what are the odds, right? The odds. I got a wave here, back down, a pretty big wave here, and a correction here. I have a 95% drop. I have a 95% drop, right? So I'm going to go from top of the wick to that wick. A 95% drop. So the odds are more in my favor that this is going to go up. Whether it's going to be a bullish move up or a corrective move up remains to be seen. But the length of time is more than the time of this wave. So that's good. So you can see here's this wave. I take this wave right here. Let me see. How long did this wave take? This wave took it 161 days. And then this wave over here, how long did that take? 140 days. That corrective wave took a little bit shorter than this wave, and this wave went up, and it took a little bit longer than that wave, but had to correct deeper. So you're either going to get a bounce, probably up to 50 cents. You know, I would say right there, 26 to 50 cents will be, this will be the bounce. Probably not. I think you might be looking at a coin that's trying to, attempting to set itself up to go bullish. Okay. You just got to pay attention to it. And this is going to be the move right here, guys. Something just like that. Okay. Just be on that third wave. And on a move like this, the candle bodies will be like right here. And then it'll have a wick, probably all the way up like that, and be on there. So you'd be looking at, you know, if you could dump it at the wick, it would be difficult. You got to stay in front of your computer a lot, and you're looking at potentially a serious move with this coin, guys. A serious move with that coin over a 20x, potentially. So that's pretty good, guys. That's a pretty good, this is a pretty good little setup. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and add this to my list and pay attention to this right here, to see what this is. You just want to make sure that this right here is not turning into something like this, okay? And pay attention to this area back down. So I like how, too, you see the trend line came down, bump the trend line. Here's your trend line. Here's your trend line right here. Why did I pick this trend line? More than likely, this was a throw over. It came back and back tested it right here, went over a little bit, okay? So what happens right here with this third wave, with this wave right here, came down, corrected it. The momentum from over here was still in here. So it was able to back test, throw over a little bit, come back down to these areas like so, guys. So that's why, you know, unlike over here, it didn't have the momentum yet. It didn't have the momentum. It was just starting, and it corrected it, go up, you know, a little bit of a throw over touch. That's why I picked that trend line area. That might not be exactly right, but that would be my best estimate. Something just kind of like that. All right. Otherwise, Ren Protocol looks pretty good. So far, so good. I just pay attention to it. Like I said, I'm going to add this to my list. This is interesting just because the potential upside reward seem over the longer term, shorter term, I would say medium term seems to be pretty good compared to the downside risk with this coin. So users of my channel, I know you go by Troll King. Appreciate you, man, making me aware of this coin. I'm going to add this to my list. Keep checking it out. See what's going to be going on into the future. If you made it all the way to the end, drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.